What's up? It's Covaboy, Silver City's own, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastards.
Middle of the Silver City, plotting on them double R's. Rolling sheets and funnel just as thick as the cigars. Started with.
All right, so we got Covaboy off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, man?
I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, man. What else you working on here in Atlanta during this trip, man?
On this trip in Atlanta, we really were just tapping in with some people. I got some podcasts to do and was tapping in with some labels, and that's pretty much it. This is a short little trip in Atlanta for real.
Okay, I got you, man. You be coming down here pretty often, or?
Yeah, not with this COVID stuff, but so much. I used to come down here a lot more often. I used to have a friend that used to live down here, but he's staying in Vegas now. But
Okay.
Atlanta's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Whether you're in music or if you're not in music, Atlanta's just a cool place to be.
Yeah, some nice vibes down here, man. That's for sure. And who else you got on the porch with you today, man? Who else sitting back there?
Got my brother Prezi, my older brother, mastermind, shoot my videos, help
Okay.
me with everything. Just the man behind the scenes. If you see me, you see Prezi.
I feel that. Yeah, man. All right, so Silver Spring, Maryland, man.
Silver
Talk
Spring,
to us
Maryland.
about life in Silver Spring.
Silver Spring, Silver City, is what I like to call it.
Okay.
Life in Silver City is you get your same shit. The area just look different. So it's just it's like hidden a little bit. So you might not think just outside looking in, but you get the same shit. Like you just same type of shit you get everywhere else.
Yeah.
You get out there.
How does it compare to the rest of the DMV then?
I think it get overlooked because DC is the capital. So it just get overlooked, I think, compared to the rest of the places in DMV. But we about to change that.
Okay.
So it won't be like that for long.
Yeah. So how would you describe your childhood growing up there?
Well, growing up there, I got to Silver City like when I got to like 8th grade, and my childhood there growing up was getting into shit, getting locked up, like just learning all the lessons. I ain't had no father for real, so just out there learning all the lessons on my own and falling on my head, shit like that. So growing up was just a lot of hard lessons. We ain't have too much, so I had to just go out and try to get it.
Yeah. What would you say was one of the biggest life lessons you had to learn?
One of the biggest life lessons I had to learn probably was accountability, probably, because growing up, I guess I was looking, I guess accountability, because I guess growing up I was like looking for direction here, there, like, and then when I started just get accountable to my own self and my own life and start taking it to my own hands, like, I think that's what set me on the trajectory that I'm on now. When I just took accountability for it, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna wait for this or that person or that. Like, so I think that's probably the biggest life lessons I learned, because it still helped me today.
Yeah, that's real. All right, so how long you been making music now?
Since like 1999, for a long time. But like really, like seriously, probably like on a scale, like putting it out there since like, I would say like 2012. I had a good run, like 2015. Been really putting it pressure since there for real.
Yeah.
So I would say like, I would start my career like since 2015 for real.
Okay, I got you. What had inspired you to start making music at first?
My cousin Tori, she was doing music. She just been always doing it, and she just came around with it. And it was just something to learn how to do, like while people was learning how to play basketball and stuff like that. It was just something to learn how to do that I just gravitated to, and it was something that I felt like I could do better than this person or that person, where other people was doing stuff better. So I was like, all right, this is gonna be my thing way back then. So that's what kind of got me, because I felt like I took to it. So I just wanted to stick with it.
Yeah. Who were some of your favorite rappers back then that you were listening to?
Tupac, favorite, Wayne. I like back then, who else? Yeah, probably like back then, like just Pac, Wayne. I ain't really get into too much other stuff. I would listen to R&B and other stuff like that, like, but to rap and stuff like that, I would just stick it to, say, people like some Scarface and stuff like that too. But like, I would listen to old stuff. Like, I had older people put me on to like music and stuff like that. So that's why I was getting R&B and stuff like that back then.
Okay, I got you. So how'd you get the name Covaboy?
Because like I was like really into like clothes and like fashion and stuff like that. So that's how I end up calling myself like that. Like it started off as a longer name, like Covaboy for Rebels, because I felt like I was like always coining myself as like a rebel and stuff like that. And I just was like, I'm gonna be the face of the Rebels, the Covaboy for the Rebels and stuff like that. So I just made it shorter. People just started calling me Covaboy, and now people just call me Cover for real.
Okay, yeah. So how would you describe your sound, and how does it compare to the sound that's coming out of the DMV right now? I quote my man Mag. He a good friend of mine, and he said the difference from my sound, he said a lot of people rapping, I'm talking to people and stuff like that. So I kind of like, it'd be like we talk, like I just be telling like real stories and stuff, like real stories, and stick to just real life. Not like, I don't do trap, I guess, because a lot of people in my area, that's more like the sound. So I'm more like, try to like tell a story and stuff like that. So that's how my sound just a lot different than a lot of people coming out that area. Yeah. Would you say your music is very personal?
Definitely. Everything's personal to hot. Like, that's why sometimes it take me a little bit longer to make music and stuff like that, because I gotta live life and get material versus just hearing the beat and just thinking like the coolest thing to say and stuff like that. I be trying to like document like the life this period of time and that period of time, or this happening. So when I'm older and I'm old as shit and I'm just chilling, I'm gonna just be smoking, like just listening to my shit, like, oh shit, I remember that happened, I remember this happening, just going through the memories for real.
Yeah. So what's your creative process like? Do you write?
No, I don't really write. I just listen to the beat over and over again, and I try to like get like a good feel of the direction for where I'm going, and then I try to save that feeling, and then I take it to the studio, because I don't like to write a whole song out before I get to the studio, because I like to get capture that real feeling like in the studio that first time I hear it. I don't like to feel like it's like rehearsed, like I've been had it. Mm-hmm. Because I used to do that, and a lot of my songs would come off like I'm reading, because I really be looking at the paper and stuff like that. So I kind of get a feel for it.
I feel that, man. So what's your thoughts on the music industry or the rap game right now?
I don't want to get in no trouble and make nobody mad, but my thoughts on it, I just wish it was more sounds, more different sounds. I wish everybody wasn't doing the same sound. And I think everybody doing the same sound. So it's just like, you just picking who you think sound better doing the same thing. So I don't know, like I just wish it had more sound. Like I remember back in the day, like it would be a sound, like it would be Nas at the same time as Busta Rhymes. It would be like that sound, Missy sound, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of different sounds where you can appreciate these different sounds, where it's like now it's like, it's a sound, and then, okay, the industry is like, okay, let's all do that sound because that's the sound that's making it, versus that sound is what's hot right now and we just can appreciate that, but you'll still have other sounds, tribe and stuff like that. Like, I just wish it was kind of back like that, but that's what it is.
Yeah, because even back then, if you sounded like another rapper, they were going to call you out about it.
Call you out about it, but now it's like, you can't say that now, because it's like, he gonna say, oh, he took his L. Like, it happened quick now. So it's just like, nobody don't really appreciate the sound. If that sounds hot, that's like, okay, so I gotta stop doing this and do that.
Yeah. So you mentioned catching your first buzz, what, 2015?
Yeah.
What was that first song that kind of gave you a buzz up there?
I think it was a song I did called Friday Nights with Mojo and King Streets. And it just kind of like took off with like the younger people, because I never really target like the younger like people, like not in general. I don't really target anybody, I just do my music, but they kind of like picked that song up, gravitated to it, and that kind of like put me on like a different like level.
Yeah, I feel that. All right, so what's your thoughts on people making fake IG pages of you, man?
Man, that shit. At first, like that flattery, like it leave like real quick.
Yeah, it's like, hold up.
First, I
this
was like,
disrespectful.
First,
now.
I was flattered, but then like real quick, I was like, hold up, like I just had posted something, like I made a video like on my story. 2 seconds later, it's on his page. So then I'm just like, hold up, this shit getting like too like out of hand. Like he's like really working hard. He getting followers, like people like engaging and all that. I'm like, he really working. My thought on it is, man, I don't really like it. Cause I'm too like, I be worried like, who is this? Like who, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really like it, not a fan.
Do you know if they were like trying to scam people from the page or what their intentions was?
That's what I was saying, because people was really thinking that people was hitting me like, oh, I thought this was your page and stuff like that. Like he had people doing artwork for him and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like, he could do anything from that page and then it's you. So I'm like, I need my check, my blue check. So if I had my blue check, I wouldn't be tripping.
For real. So what's the music scene like back at home right now?
Back at home, you got people doing their thing. Like, it's a lot of people doing their thing. Definitely, like back home, it's a crowded space, but it's levels, so it's okay. It's crowded, but you can definitely see the different levels, different tiers that people on out there.
Yeah. Would you say most of the artists out there support each other?
No. But people can say that everywhere, but nah, I wouldn't say that. I try to, like, especially if it's somebody from like my area doing something, I try to reach out and do songs or stuff like that, because I definitely don't want it to be like that in our area, because in our area, like in Silver Spring, it's like, in Maryland or whatever, it's not really like that yet. So I don't want it to get like that. So I try to like reach out and show love to all the artists.
Yeah. Do you have good relationships with some of the bigger artists up there in the DMV?
Yeah, I got some relationships with some of the bigger artists up there. Like, I've done songs with like Light Show and stuff like that. Like, he's a cool dude. Like, when I see him out in the street, like, he say what's up and stuff like that. So he cool. I got yeah, I'm cool with a lot of them.
Yeah. You used to run a studio up there too?
Yeah, Tewksbury. That's how I met like a lot of them. Like my man Wonka, he make the beats and stuff like that for me. Like, he really was running, like, I was just one of the artists and stuff like that under, but like a lot of artists like from the DMV, like from DC, from Maryland, all that, like, that was making a name and stuff like that, they came through that studio.
Yeah.
So that's how I bumped in and rubbed shoulders with a lot of people too.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, so Silver City, man, got the new project out.
Silver City.
So talk to us about the creation process in this project.
I started making a different tape because after my little buzz or whatever that I had, like I ended up taking like a little fallback or whatever, and I started with like a different tape. Like it was space in between and stuff like that, the records that I was dropping. But then I caught like a buzz off of one record that I dropped. It was called Hood Trophies. I caught like a nice buzz off of that, got some phone calls off of that record. So it just made me inspire me to be like, I'm about to just do a whole new tape. I put that song on there and I just went back to the studio. I told my bro I was gonna do 10 new songs and we just gonna pick through those songs, which ones we like, and put together a tape of like six songs. But we ended up liking all the songs, so we ended up just putting out a song with like a project with 9 songs, and that was the process of that.
Can you explain the artwork? What's going on with the artwork?
The artwork is just, it's like my hand, and like on like holding like the puppet, the strings, like of the city. It's just like symbolizing like just me, like just like trying to build this whole Silver City thing that I like try to build together, this whole Silver City image. Like, cause my boy Wonka was just telling me like when he was just hearing me like run with that, he was like, "Dawg, that's what a lot of people like missing. Like, you gotta really like run with that Silver City shit and like really let people know." So I really just started going hard with that shit. Changed the name of the mixtape, changed it to Silver City, and like the cover is just showing like, cause you see me holding a picture of the city like together, like, so just trying to like show like this whole thing that I'm trying to create and put together and pull strings to put together, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what that cover is about.
Yeah.
And the rain is just the rain coming down. We about to start that.
I got you. How'd the song with Currency come about, and what was it like working with him?
Oh, okay, yeah. Currency, he always been one of my favorite artists. Like, he kind of like inspired like the direction of music that I was going in, because I used to be in that phase that I was telling you about. Like, I would listen to beats and just try to like find like the coolest thing to say or the coolest words to put together. But then I just got into more of a lifestyle phase, like just telling stories about my life and stuff like that, like just my day-to-day, whether it be like some deep stuff. Sometimes it do be some deep stuff, but sometimes it just be some cool, regular, like day-to-day life. And so Currency, when I was putting together this project, I'd be like, wouldn't it be nice if I could get Spitter on this project? So I reached out to a friend of mine who is close to his manager, and my brother handled that. Like, we reached out to him and we ended up driving down to New Orleans. I wrote a song about that called 16 Hour Drive. You know what I'm saying?
16 hours, wow.
Yeah, it's a 16-hour ride from Silver City to New Orleans. We drove down there. He did the song or whatever and shot the video and put that shit out, and it was just sweet. Got some radio playing and everything. Like on our way up here to Atlanta, that shit was playing on the radio.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was just a nice little look.
Yeah. How's the feedback been? I see the video's doing pretty well.
Yeah, feedback been good. He got his loyal fan base, and I slid right in there. It fit right into it, because I do that same type of thing, so they like the sound. So it's been getting good feedback. I ain't really got no resistance from that record yet.
Okay. How did the song Clarity come about?
Clarity. My boy Dave, he was friends with Curren. I was hearing about Curren because I'm just into that LA scene too, with the music and stuff like that. I like the way they do music and stuff like that. So I was seeing him come up on like Dom Kennedy projects and like Nipsey project on like the Dedication record and stuff like that. Like, just was hearing his name come up, and so I started hearing some of his songs. And I had a friend who reached out to him that knew him and had a good contact with him, my boy Dave, and he linked that up. We flew out to Cali, so he could do the record, and been getting good feedback from that too. He a cool dude. Like, linked up with him, and he let me know it's like all love. Anytime I see him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he came back, kicked it at the spot with us and all that stuff. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. What's the next video you plan to drop off the project?
Silver City Flows 2.
Okay.
It's the next one. I just finished shooting it. It's just in the editing process, and as soon as that's finished editing, I'm giving it to him.
Okay.
Straight up like that.
Yeah.
It's the next one.
Who were some of the producers you worked with on this project?
That I personally worked with on the project was Rick and Wonka
Okay.
the whole way through. But I got some other beats from Dilly. Dilly got it bumping. But like, I didn't get to personally like work with him. Like, he just, I just bought the beats.
He just sent you the beats?
Yeah, I just bought the beats from him that I heard, like, that I liked.
Okay.
So that was it. But Wonka and Rick, I wanted to make sure I stuck with them because they understand the sound and been there from the beginning when I was trying to put this whole thing together, and they just know how to do my sound.
Yeah, I got you. Do you have a personal favorite song on the project?
My personal favorite song on the project probably is Silver City Flows too, because I really
Okay.
got to get my shit off on there.
What are you rapping about on there?
Not getting my respect due that I need, and people confusing my name, because a lot of people say Covaboy and stuff like that, so I cleared that up on the record, and I just got to like get my shit off, and I got to give people some different flows and stuff like that, because sometimes people be thinking I just give one flow and stuff like that, so that's why I like that record.
Yeah. Do you got your own label?
Yeah, and no. It's it's in the works. I'm
Okay.
trying to like finish like putting like some of the final pieces together, because that's the route that I'm planning on going, and that's the way we really been carrying and stuff like that. But that's the route, that's the plan. It's in the works.
I got you. Yeah, talk to us about the grind that comes with being an independent artist, man.
You gotta do everything yourself. You gotta handle all the marketing, all the like stuff like that. Like, handle all the legal stuff. You gotta have your own entertainment lawyers and stuff like that. You gotta have that on retainer and stuff like that. Like, all the stuff that labels come with, you gotta handle that and have that. Like, have all those different pieces. So it's just a real hands-on grind. Like, but it's definitely worth it if you really want to. Definitely the way the music is going, it's definitely worth it, because you get to see your money, see everything going on. You gotta worry about coming back saying, oh, this person did this to you, or this person did that to you. So it's worth it for me.
Yep. You got a cartoon in the works?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this?
I can tell. What can I tell them about that?
Is the cartoon based on you? What's it
The
about?
cartoon based on Silver City. It's based on a lot of characters in Silver City. Of course, it's like a cartoon, so it's funny and stuff like that. But it's so like, it's in the works. It's like, it's some smoking shit too. It's some smokers shit too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's some cartoon Silver City smoker shit.
Like a comedy then?
Yeah, it's definitely a comedy.
Okay.
Comedy shit for fun. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. You got any merch available right now?
Available right now? Yeah, I got some hoodies available right now, and I'm working on some more shirts and stuff like that. That's more about independent too. I be hands-on with the merch and stuff like that. I gotta do it myself and stuff like that. Like, not actually stuff, but I set all that stuff up. So I've got some more merch in the way, because I be designing that stuff my own self. Like, I come up with those designs and draw them up and stuff myself. All of them that I do.
Okay. Any artists you want to work with in the future?
Yeah, I'm trying to work with Dom Kennedy in the future. I want to work with Brent Fires. I want to work with, All right, Lennox. Alexis Vaughn. It's a lot of artists that I want to work with in the future. Yeah, Currency again. I'm gonna double back for that because we did a good record. Rick Ross, like, yeah, it's a lot. There's a couple of them.
All right. What's some of your goals for the rest of 2021?
2021, I want to get this first episode to these people, at least.
Okay.
First episode of this cartoon to these people. And definitely another project. I got another project for these people and more videos and more visuals and just taking it to the next level, whatever that may be.
What about long-term goals? 5 years or so?
Long-term goals, that label, artists from the Silver City, producers from the Silver City, like, that's my long-term goal, just always being a part of the music scene, like being engraved in it in some way, like with my label and stuff like that, and so just want to be a part of it.
All right. Anything else you're working on? It's
Merch.
a lot, I know.
Yeah, more merch. I'm working on more merch and stuff like that, and just trying to finish thinking in some partnerships and stuff like that. Like, that's and whatever else coming, I'm just ready, just keeping it working. Like, that's it for real.
Yeah. All right. Any last words? Any shout outs?
Shout out to the Silver City. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Wonka. Shout out to Jamoris and James. Shout out to Silver City, man. Shout out my man Jinx. I'm gonna be in Vegas soon. Yeah. That's it.
Middle of the Silver City, plotting on them double R's. Rolling sheets and funnel just as thick as the cigars. Started with a jacket, snipped out snippers at the